Hey YouTube! Okay, we are doing Scraptember. It is the 6th of September. It is Saturday. I contemplated so much about this one. I was like, is this really Scraptember? Can I use it as Scraptember? And I've talked myself into it. So, because I'm using the prompts, and because I'm using Margreth's digital mirror, I've decided that this is definitely going to be part of my Scraptember, as well as part of Granadilla's journal. So today my prompt is photo, or photograph, should I say. I wanted to kind of cheat and say acetate as well, but I don't really have acetate. I have got laminating sleeves, which I laminated and tried to print on, which was an epic fail because I don't have a laser printer. I have got an inkjet printer. And I tried to print Margreth's frames on that, so that didn't work out so well. So acetate is a bit of a difficult one. I did, however, go down to my printing shop and I got them to print Margreth's frames on some clear sticker, and those came out really nicely. I asked them first to print them on transparency, which I could hopefully use then as acetate, which didn't work because they printed them on vellum instead of transparency, so, or acetate. So that was not so good. Here's my epic fails of my attempts to try and make my own thing. And if you look, I mean, even just touching it, everything's just smudging off. So epic fail. But anyways, it's okay. We live, we learn. That's the main thing. Let me just grab a wet wipe now because now my fingers are full of ink and I don't want my project to be full of ink. Okay, also just a bit on my page, on my channel. I keep calling it a page. Sorry guys, I'm a Facebook generation, so I tend to always refer to my page instead of my channel. But that's okay, it will get into my head someday. I'm just trying to find my notes from yesterday. Who knows what I did with them. Okay, so here we go, I found it. I have changed my handle, just so you know. So I've changed it from Candace Herald to Candy's Crafty Creations, just so my page name and my handle are the same. I thought that was a good idea. No spaces, no apostrophe, capital C's. I don't know if that really matters, but this is my new handle. So that's a bit of that admin out the way. Then I just wanted to say 76 subscribers. I am so thrilled. I'm so happy about that. Thank you so much for everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'd love to see this little community of mine growing. I think it's so awesome. So I could see some of my new subscribers. There's odds and ends. That's Audrey. Thank you, Audrey. Appreciate you coming to support my community. I shall be subscribing to your channel as well. Then there is Linny P's Place. I'm assuming her name's Linny, and that's at Crafty Linny P. Hi there, nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Definitely going to subscribe to your page. I think I have already actually. Then just two shout outs to Janet Baker for your comments. Thank you so much. And then Jennifer, is it early? Jennifer, thank you so much for your comments, guys. Really do appreciate all the love and support. It means the world to me. I did promise Tammy at Mystic Creative Cottage that I'd tell her about my little button stories, because she said she liked buttons, and I also like buttons. Who doesn't like buttons? So I hope I remember to do that while I'm busy filming. I'll tell you my little button story. Yes, let me just carry on with my notes here. The rest of my notes. More shout outs. Shout out to Margreth at Seven Plaza. She's also trying to reach 10k subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed to her channel already, please head over to her. She is amazing. This is where we're getting these ideas from. Her and Tony, Crafty by Tony, they are hosting this open collaboration of Scraptember. And Tony, let's also help Tony get to 30,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to their channels, please go over and subscribe to them. They are the two most amazing ladies. They are so creative, just amazing. I'm totally inspired by these two ladies. They've definitely become some of my favorite crafting buddies. Yeah, so I will link their handles in the description as well, as I always do, because they're hosting this wonderful challenge. So big shout out to Margreth and Tony. Love you guys so much, and let's go and support our bigger channels. And while we're on the subject of supporting channels, please head over to my friends Debs and Maggie. Maggie is Journaling with Maggie, and Debs is the creative, oh I'm sorry Debbie, I tend to always forget that it's the Creative Book Shack. I'll double check that. Also, I will link their handles in my description for that. So let's support our big channels, let's support our small channels, let's grow this community, and yeah, just share the love all over the place, all over the world. Is that all my notes? Let me just double check. I've done my shout outs. I've encouraged. Okay, cool, on with it. So yeah, so I've been working on this journal for my gran. So I'm going to give it to my aunt, and she's going to write down my gran stories. Let me move this out the way now. And let me move this out the way. Yeah, so on with Granadilla's journal. So yes, I'm going to give it to my aunt so she can write down my gran stories. Yeah, so I thought I will work on some things. This is the first one that I did. It's me and my gran on my wedding day. Isn't that so sweet? I know you might not be able to see it too clearly. What I've done is I printed Margaret's beautiful mirror twice onto just normal cardstock. I think my printer's running out of color again, so they haven't come out super bright. I mean, if you compare it to the sticker, I mean, it's like chalk and cheese, right? So I double printed these, and then what I did with the second copy is I actually cut out that middle section, right? And then I've had these printed on sticker paper, clear sticker paper. So I thought I will compile these and we shall give it a go. Why not? Yeah, so I got some old photos from my aunt. She's been scanning my gran's photos and sending them to me, and just, you know, to remember who's who in these photos, because, you know, like recently with my grandfather's passing, I got a box full of photos and I don't know who half the people are, and I think that's just a little bit sad. So anyway, this is my gran when she was about 18, 19. Also, what I did is I printed these onto washi paper. I wanted to give them a bit more of an older look, even though on Margaret's digitals this is going to make them age a little bit anyways. Yeah, so I printed those onto washi paper. I was hoping that the background would kind of shine through a little bit, but on this one not so much. It didn't really do what I wanted it to do, but it's okay. It's beautiful. From my prototype, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I did put some double-sided tape, double-sided foam tape in there, but I think I'm going to actually double it up a little bit. I think I want them a little bit more thicker, especially for the front cover one, which is so hard, guys. I don't know which photo to use for the front cover. I'm torn between this one of my gran and then this one of my gran. Oh, isn't she beautiful? How beautiful is that? And this photo, which was scanned, already has like a little bit of a crack in it, so it's got a bit of its own natural distress in it, but oh, so beautiful. This also, maybe my gran was about 19, 20-ish. Yeah, and I love this photo so much. It's just so beautiful. So I'm thinking maybe this one is the journal cover, else maybe this one is the journal cover. She definitely looks a little bit younger in this one than she does in this one, but I love this photo so much, and I'm really thinking this should be the cover one. But anyways, we'll see. And then here's another fun one of my gran. This is a more recent one. Again, I think because I've printed it on washi sticker, some of the colors are really poppy and some of the colors are just meh in the background, but again, I think once I put the sticker over it, it will probably mute it down a bit. So fun. My gran's always been such a fun loving person, and you know, I think it's just so special to have these beautiful photos of her and memories of her. So yeah, on with it. So Like I said, I printed these double onto cardstock. I think it was 160 GSM cardstock. Cut out the centers of those ones. Let's go for it. So let's start maybe with this one. We'll start with this one and let's see how we go. All right. Okay, so what I did was I first took the photo and I actually lined it up to where I want it. Played around with it a little bit. Maybe about there-ish, a bit centered. I'm going to take my little clippy and kind of clip it and just hold it on there for now. Am I happy? Maybe I just want to play around a little bit more so she's a bit more centered. I think that's great. Right, there we go. Okay, hold that all together very steadily and sturdily. I'm going to mount her onto some double-sided tape because, like I said, I actually want more of a thickness on this. So I'm going to mount her first and then I'm going to double mount, I think. Let's try this. So I'm going to do this slightly different to the first one that I did. So what I want to do now is just peel the backing off of this. Like I said, it is on washi paper. So let me just get some peeling going here. Come on now. Come on. I know you want to. Let me grab my tweezers maybe just to speed up this process a little bit. Aha, there we go. So I'm going to just pull back a bit of the backing first. Right. I'm then going to chop off some of this backing. Oh, my scissors are now so sticky from the double-sided tape. Right. I did this completely different with the other one, so I'm just going to think a little bit about how I want to do this. I'm going to pull some of this off. I'm just going to cut a small piece off of there for now. Do you want to maybe go about there? Right. Right, here comes the tricky part. I'm going to pull this back as well, just a bit. Because I also need to now double-sided tape up there as well. So what I did is I kind of line it up again on the back piece. Sorry if you see my head. I need to see what I'm doing here. I don't know if this is going to work because I haven't done this yet. Sure. The wind is howling. Okay. Right. I'm just giving that a bit of a smush down there. I'm going to release that, take that out the way. The reason why I'm doing this is just so everything lines up properly. So line that up and I know that my back piece is the same size and I know that I'm going to get her in the right place. I'm now second guessing myself. Sorry guys, I'm second guessing this. But anyways, let's just go for it. I'm going to cut. Oh, my scissors are getting so gummy from this. I do have my cleaning stuff out. I'm just going to cut a few pieces. Ugh, very gummy. Alright, so this is going to be so fiddly. Oh my gosh, but we love fiddly things. We've come to realize this. Because as I'm peeling off the back, I want to kind of get this double-sided tape going. Let's stick that piece about there. And there. Oh my gosh, I'm going skew, it doesn't matter. Right, peel this backing off just a bit. I'm getting stuck to it. It's okay, it's okay. Right, let's put this top piece on. I hope this is going to work. Let's see. Oh, half a piece. And then I'm going to, oh my gosh, kind of roll it down gently, just so it sits flush. It feels like it's moved, but it's sticking down in the middle, which I don't want. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try again. Sorry guys. Okay, let's try again. Oh my gosh, I don't know if this is such a great idea. I feel like it's too late. Commit and just do it. So because this is sticky now, it's obviously wanting to stick down on that bottom piece. Oh my goodness. Are we going to get this right? I'm pulling such a face with this. I'm going to take my time a little bit. There we go. Whew, my nerves. Pull that out. Pull that out. Pull that out. Which way does it go? That way. There we go. I don't know if that was such a great idea. It's okay. We live, we learn. Okay, so the next one, I don't think I'm going to do the same way. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. Then I want to put the frame on there, like that. But this time I'm going to double it up. I think I need a bit of a scissors clean in between here as well. I said I had my stuff out. The way that I clean my scissors is I just take one of these little face pad things and nail polish remover, and I just work that stickiness off of there. Easy peasy. Scissors are almost like brand new again. I just need a decent clean pair right now, that's all. Let's just cut this all down. Let's close this up before it knocks off the table, because it will be a bit of a disaster. Alright, I am going for it. Heavy concentration. This stuff is so super sticky. There we go. Let me peel it back just a little bit so it doesn't stick out. There we go. It's one piece. Oh, and by the way, I did get this idea from Margreth at Seven Plaza. I shall link that video below, because it's always good to tell people where you get your inspiration from, especially if it's not your own. She made like these little fish tanks, so she called them. They were very cute. They looked more like mounted fish, but very cute. Oh, it was lovely. So yeah, that's where I got this kind of idea from, to do this. Give that a bit of a snip there. Yep, this is getting mucky again already. Let me give them another clean again. I just want them fresh. So another little strippy. Right, and then I want to double these up. So I'm going to pull this one off. I think I'm just going to do them one at a time. Come now, it's stuck to my finger. The kids have got some friends over. What's for dinner? Husband is making lamb brady. Also, I think it's a very South African dish. It's basically like lamb and tomato dish. Oh, it's so yum. Very much looking forward to that. When I'm busy concentrating on this, I'm going to tell Tammy my button story. So I've mentioned before that my paternal grandparents brought me up. And unfortunately, when I was in my senior year of high school, my grandmother passed away. And you think we hoarders? Oh my gosh. Listen, my gran had hoarded so much stuff in cupboards which were never opened while I was a child, at least. Yeah, so we found so much stuff, right? There was packets and packets of wool, still closed, with their okay bizarre prices on them, like, you know, like £4 for a huge packet of wool. The other bizarre thing was, I don't know how this worked out, but she had like crocheted baby clothes and booties and stuff. And I kid you not, she had packed them in pink and blue sets. And another thing about me is that at the end of that year, I fell pregnant with the twins. And I had a boy and a girl. And it was like she knew. She knew somebody was going to have twins and it was going to be a boy and a girl. So, very freaky. Anyway, so yeah, so she was this hectic hoarder. So, just after she passed, the one day after school, my aunt fetched me. Now our drinking age in this country is 18, not 21. So, and I was already turning 19 that year because I'd failed a year of school. So I was already 18. One afternoon, my aunt and myself, she gets us some hooches, and we're sitting in the courtyard, and I kid you not, the courtyard was covered in buttons and buttons and tins and more jars and buttons and buttons and buttons and buttons. So as my aunt and I are busy sorting out through all of these buttons, and we're getting a little bit sloshed now on the hooch, and eventually we were like going, buttons, buttons, oh my gosh, there's more buttons, 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 buttons. So there's my little button story, guys. It was quite funny. Maybe you just one of those things where you had to be there. Can you imagine these two piss cats in the courtyard screaming about buttons, buttons, loads and loads of buttons. And every jar and tin that we opened, oh my gosh, there was more buttons. And the buttons, I promise you, the courtyard was full. And here we are trying to sort out these buttons. There was just so many to actually try and even sort out. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. So, by the way, this is my maternal grandmother. Obviously, if you didn't pick that up by now. Yeah, so my paternal grandfather passed away in July. But yeah, he was like my dad, you know. He brought me up. He fetched me from school. Yeah, so I do miss him. And yeah, it's kind of hard now to face that my maternal grandmother is kind of a little bit on her last legs too. But I think they've both had great innings. My grandfather was 89 when he passed, and my gran is 83, so they've had a very good innings. My maternal grandfather passed away when I was in primary school. I was in grade 4 when he passed. So yeah, and then my grandmother passed away when I was in matric or grade 12, depending on where you live and what you call your schooling years. But yeah, anyways, don't want to dwell on the sad stuff, but rather on the funny stories and the buttons. Loads of buttons. So whenever I see buttons, I always think of my aunt and myself getting like a drunk in the courtyard, sorting out these buttons. Buttons. There's my button story, Tammy. I don't know if it was that exciting, but anyways. Did say that I was going to share that with you. Okay, so sorry, I'm so busy jibber jabbering that I'm not even telling you what I'm doing, but I'm sure you can see what I'm doing, which is the main thing. So here we go with the clear stick on the top. Oh, so pretty. So you'll see I just kind of try and keep everything lined up as best as I can as I'm going. Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks beautiful. I know the picture's a bit dull now, but I think that is so cute. I'm loving that. And yes, I think I prefer it with the doubling up. I see I've got an issue in there. The next one, I'm not going to double up the photograph. I'm going to just double up the frame, because I've got a bit of an issue going on in there. I don't know if you can see, but now I've got like almost like a triple layer happening, which I don't really want. But anyway, is what it is. That's done. It looks very, very aged. Very aged. I could have printed these maybe on just normal cardstock, and I think it would have maybe come out a bit better. But anyways, it's okay. It is what it is. I'm going to do this fun one of Gran next. If I can remember which frames belong to which ones. Oops, I've mixed up my frames now. There we go. That's better. Okay, so again, I'm going to take the photo of Gran. I'm going to get her funky shoes in there as well. But I can't go too far, else it's going to come off the actual paper here. Center it nicely. I think that's good. Take a clip, hold it in place. I'm not going to try and double this up again. It was just not working so well. So we'll just go with my original way that I did it. I think I'll just double up the frame with double-sided tape. Peel the backing off. Oh, I wanted them to look really aged, and they really are aging out, especially with this washi paper. Come on. Okay, so let me show you why I've done it this way. I think you guys can figure it out though. I have explained this already. Sure, how's that wind? My door's bashing, wind's howling. Okay, lining them up onto each other. That edge is just curling. Nope. Slowly and carefully. Oops. Let's try that again. Why is it you do it off camera and everything's fine, and then as soon as you get on camera you like start shaking? And is it nerves? I don't know if it's really nerves, because I don't know. It's pressure. It's the pressure. Okay, I'm going to line that up at the top this time because the bottom of this sticker is now kerning. Okay, here we go. Let me just make sure. Yep, she's in the frame. Beautiful. Take that one off, and let's peel this one back. Give it a bit more down. Let's use this thing to burnish it a little bit. I found it actually easier to put the double-sided tape onto the frame directly instead of onto the backing. I did try that as well, so I've kind of adapted that too. Go. Give that a snip. Come on. Oh, it's very mushy, this stuff. You'll see I'm going quite close to the edge, but not on the edge. I just don't want this tape to really like stick out, because that's what happened on the first one that I did, and it doesn't look so great. So I'm learning as I'm going. Next one. So yeah, like I was saying in the beginning here, is this really scrap timber? Because I'm not really using scraps. But my prompt was that I wanted to use today was photograph. And although these are scanned copies and I've printed them, does it still count as scrap? I'm trying. Sorry, I'm concentrating so heavily here that I'm not saying a word. Shush, dogs. What are they barking at? I bet you they're barking at the wind again. Yep, they're barking at the wind. Can you believe it? Well, yeah, I can actually. Silly creatures. Pull that one off. Next layer. So when Margaret did this, she actually just used scrap pieces of corrugated cardboard to build up the borders. But I figured because I'm double framing them, I could get away with just using my double-sided tape, which also has been stashed somewhere and not been used until now. So I want to think of this as scraps because I've been hoarding it, I think. I'll use that as an excuse as well to still call this scrap timber. I'm trying it. I'm really pulling at strings to try and motivate why this should be part of scrap timber. Anyways, I suppose as well with my boo-boo prints, I've made more scraps. So does that also count? That I'm making more scraps? I'm really pulling at strings now. Really. As long as you find humor in this and enjoy what I'm doing, I suppose that's all that really matters. I mean, I do have a box full of photos, like I said, from my grandfather. So, you know, I've still got more of these frame stickers. So I could always pull out an old photo there and do this as well. But I'm working on Grand's journal at the moment, so you know, this, I want everything to kind of tie in with each other. I want scrap timber and Grand's journal to tie in with each other. And I did last night, I worked on the first signature for Grand's journal. I say worked on, but I literally just folded the pages. That's all I did. But at least the first signature is almost ready to have extra bits put on it. I think tomorrow I might do a video and just focus on Grand's journal instead of scrap timber. So Sunday, yeah, Sunday we'll be working on Grand's journal, and then back on Monday I suppose I'll do another scrap timber on Monday. And guys, I'll try and use my scraps. Actually, I do, because yesterday when I was filming textures and sewing, I already had another project in mind, so I'll revert back to that project on Monday, and it definitely involves scraps, so yeah. No cheating on that one. Right, now I've just got to remember which way the frame goes. Frames match up, line them up as best as I can, and commit. There we go. Yes, that looks so cute. Lovely. Now, what did I do with its top frame? There we go. Beautiful. Lovely. Peel back the sticker again. The colors on this print are just so amazing, right? Better than my crappy home printer, that's for sure. A bit of the back off. Is it the back? Yes. Again, trying to just line it up as best as I can, because now also these labels printed ever so slightly smaller than my home computer printer. Listen to me. It's the concentration, I tell you. Alright, let's peel the rest of that back. There we go. Sure, that is really pretty. It really has aged that photo a lot more. It's quite dull. I'm starting to think maybe I should have just printed them normally, but it's okay. We're going with it. If I'm not 100% happy with these, then I suppose those become scraps. Really still trying to pull at strings here. Okay, this one, is there a right way up to this frame? I think I want it this way, and then this way. Beautiful. There we go. Clip it in place for now. I think also while I'm here, I'm going to clean off my scissors again and just snip off the excess. I think I need to get this a bit more wet again with some nail polish remover. This stuff works like a charm. So funny, I've got beauty products for my art room. I'm not a makeup person, so you'll hardly ever see me wear makeup. But I've got this beautiful palette of eyeshadow, which I use for my art, and nail polish to clean scissors. Cutting in the dark here. There we go. I mean, in the dark, in the blind. Oh, that's going to look so pretty. Oh, I love you, Granny. Alright, let's peel this off again. Hopefully it doesn't curl as much as the last one did. Grab these tweezers. Just pull a bit of the backing off again. Okay, line it all up. Oh, don't move, don't move. Let's get rid of that. You see it's going to come off the bit there, but that's okay because I can just trim a little bit of that off. I'm going to try and do that now. It's just a tiny little piece which needs to come off here. That will do. Yeah, just. Let's thrown away. Right, top frame. Make sure everything's the same way. Lovely. Let's go ahead with this sticky business again. Paro sticky. I still think this needs to be the cover photo. I really do. I was thinking about putting them kind of in chronological order, but this photo it's just so beautiful. It's really saying put me on the front. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Should I put this one in the front or this one in the front? I still think this one. Sure, that looks so aged. It looks beautiful. But again, I think maybe I might just redo this depending on how these photos come out, especially this one. And then maybe just go to the print shop and get the photos reprinted onto some cardstock in better color, because like I said, my printer seems to be running out of color ink again. Yeah, just to maybe just bring them up again and brighten them up again. We'll see. Let's see. This side, once this little project is done, and I can always use them in other projects. Right? Some random person can have a journal cover with my gran on it. Come on now. Very sticky. We are getting there. Almost done. Yeah, I definitely think doing it this way was a better way than trying to mount the washi paper photo first. I think also, yeah, if I have them printed on normal cardstock, then that doubling up might work a bit better. I don't know. Let's see. Kind of wants to almost like shadow box it, you know what I mean? Have the background, then lift the photo, and then have the frame well lifted on top. But anyways, let's see. We'll see how this one turns out. This one's kind of the deciding factor for me. Gone skew there, but it's okay. And my last piece. Sticking to me. Such heavy concentration. Okay. Ugh. I'm humming to make sounds. Very tricky. And commit. Just commit. Okay. Let's pull those off. Beautiful. I mean, that could be quite cool on its own. It's just that, yeah, my color is not so great. I mean, considering how green this is, how green it should be. Yeah. I think I did a good thing by going to go and have these printed. Sorry guys, I'm so quiet because I'm concentrating so hard. Sure, wow. Very nice. Wow. Oh, it's so beautiful. Gran, you're beautiful. You'll always be beautiful to me. So like I said, the label's printed a tiny bit smaller than my originals, which is okay because, I mean, I can always trim it down or just ink it up. I think I'm just going to ink this one up. But, isn't that great? I'm so impressed. Let me bring it up to show you. I'm trying not to let the lights shine too much on. Oh, Granny, you're so pretty. That one. This one was a bit of a fail, but it's okay. It can still be used. And then Granny. And Granny in her fancy clothes with her bright colors and her flowers. Right? Ah, too beautiful. Well guys, thanks for sticking it out with me. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please check out all the links in my description. Please remember to comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of those good things. Go support the big ones, go support the small ones, and yeah, share the love everywhere, because that's what it's all about. Oh my gosh, I've just realized as I've been crafting, everything's been moving down a bit. Oops, sorry about that. Technical difficulties, whatever you want to call them. Anyways, you guys, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.